Hello, I want to welcome everyone to Courageous Conversations. Just say, no. This is where I get up on my soapbox and share something that is a social issue that affects me and every human being. I think we all need to put our card on the table and walk in someone else's shoes, so we get to hear their side, feel their pain, know what they suffer. I want people to talk to their circle about social issues. How can you make change happen? With a loving spirit, Dr. Denise Baker Inagbenibo, PhD. We all have days that feel heavy. Sometimes life brings us challenges. Stress is a feeling that many of us know. It is a common part of being human. It is perfectly okay to feel this way. You are not doing anything wrong when stress visits you. Life has its own rhythms, its own ups and downs. Some moments are joyful and light, like sunshine. Other moments can feel difficult and gray, like a cloudy sky. This is a natural part of our experience on this beautiful planet. Remember, you are never alone in these feelings. We all walk this path. Stress and anxiety can sometimes feel very big. They can seem like a thick fog that surrounds us. This fog can make it hard to see clearly. It can make us feel lost or confused. Our thoughts might start to race, going around and around in circles. We might wonder what to do next, or how to find our way out. This feeling of being overwhelmed is also a very human experience. It is a sign that we are carrying a lot. It is okay to acknowledge this. It is the first step towards finding a little more ease and a little more light in our day. When we are feeling overwhelmed, even simple tasks can seem like mountains. Our hearts might beat a little faster. Our minds might be filled with many worries like busy bees. We might feel a deep tiredness that sleep doesn't quite fix. It is like carrying a very heavy backpack wherever we go. This backpack is often filled with our fears and our what-ifs. We truly want to set this heavy backpack down. We long for a sense of lightness and freedom. This longing is a call from our inner selves, asking for comfort and release from the burdens we carry. It is so important to remember that these feelings of stress and anxiety are signals. They are not here to punish us. They are gentle messengers from our inner being. They are trying to tell us that something needs our loving attention. Perhaps something in our lives needs to change, or perhaps we need to change how we are thinking about things. These feelings are not bad. They are simply information. They invite us to pause, to look within ourselves. They ask us to seek out pathways to inner peace and calm. We can learn to listen to these messages with kindness and compassion for ourselves. Metaphysics can be a wonderful friend on our journey. It offers us a gentle way to understand ourselves and our thoughts. It teaches us a very important idea. Our thoughts create our feelings and experiences. If we think worried thoughts, we will likely feel worried. If we think loving thoughts, we will feel more love. Metaphysics helps us to see the patterns that our minds create. It is like having a soft light in a dark room. This light doesn't judge, it simply illuminates. It shows us where we are and how we can find our way to a more peaceful state of mind. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful tools. We have so many thoughts each day. We can learn to choose which thoughts we want to focus on. We can choose to plant thoughts of love, joy, and peace in the garden of our minds. Metaphysics shows us how to do this with gentleness and patience. It is like learning a beautiful new language. This new language is filled with words of self-acceptance and self-love. As we practice this language, it begins to heal us from the inside out. We start to speak to ourselves with more kindness, and our world begins to reflect that kindness back to us. Sometimes our ego can make things a little tricky. The ego is a part of us that likes to feel in control. It can sometimes make us feel separate from others, or even from our own true selves. The ego might whisper thoughts that we are not good enough, or it might tell us that other people or situations are to blame for our unhappiness. These thoughts often come from a place of fear, not love. The ego thinks it is protecting us, but often it keeps us stuck in old patterns that no longer serve our highest good. When our ego is leading the way, we might make decisions based on fear or lack. These decisions can unfortunately create even more stress and anxiety in our lives. It can feel like we are walking in a confusing circle, repeating the same uncomfortable experiences. The ego wants to keep us safe in what is familiar, even if that familiar place is not a happy one. But we can learn to lovingly recognize the voice of our ego. We can thank it for trying to protect us, and then we can choose a different path. We can choose the path of love and inner wisdom. We all have the ability to connect with a loving higher power. Some people call this divine mind. Others may call it the universe, spirit, or our own inner wisdom. The name is not important. What matters is knowing that this power is infinitely loving and intelligent. It is always with us, supporting us and guiding us. This loving presence wants only the best for us. It wants us to feel happy, healthy, and peaceful. We are not separate from this power. We are a part of it, like a wave is part of the ocean. It is always available to us. Building a conscious relationship with this higher power can bring such profound calm into our lives. It is like finding a quiet, safe harbor in the midst of a storm. We can turn to this connection anytime we feel troubled or unsure. We can ask for guidance, for comfort, or simply to feel its loving presence. This connection helps us to feel stronger and more centered. It reminds us that we are never truly alone. This inner relationship empowers us from within, helping us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. It's a source of unwavering support. Deep breathing is a wonderfully simple yet powerful metaphysical tool. It can instantly calm our nervous system and quiet our busy minds. All it takes is a few moments of conscious breathing. Breathe in slowly and deeply, imagining you are breathing in peace and calmness. Then breathe out slowly, imagining you are releasing all stress and tension. You can do this anywhere, anytime you feel the need. Each conscious breath connects you to the present moment. It brings you back to your center, where your true strength and peace reside. It is a gift you can always give yourself. Another helpful practice is to gently observe our thoughts. Imagine you are sitting by a flowing river, and your thoughts are like leaves floating by on the water. Simply watch them without judgment. Do not try to stop them or change them at first. Just notice them. Are these thoughts loving and supportive, or are they thoughts of fear or criticism? This practice of mindful observation helps us to become aware of what we are telling ourselves. It creates a little space between us and our thoughts. In that space, we gain the power to choose. We can choose to let go of thoughts that don't serve us and cultivate thoughts that do. Self-awareness is truly a beautiful and precious gift we can give ourselves. It means developing a deeper understanding of who we are. It means becoming more familiar with our inner world of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. When we are more self-aware, we can begin to make decisions that are truly aligned with our hearts. We can choose to respond to life from a place of love and wisdom, rather than from old patterns of fear or reaction. This is where our true power lies. This is where self-empowerment begins. This power does not come from controlling others, but from understanding and guiding ourselves with love. With growing self-awareness, we start to see our habitual patterns more clearly. We can recognize the situations, thoughts, or beliefs that tend to trigger stress or anxiety within us. Once we see these patterns, we are no longer controlled by them. We can choose to respond in new, more empowering ways. We are no longer operating on autopilot, simply reacting to life. Instead, we become the conscious creators of our experience. We can choose to cultivate more joy, more peace, and more love in our lives. We absolutely deserve to experience this profound sense of well-being. I encourage you to use these simple metaphysical tools every day. You do not need to make big changes all at once. Start small, with gentleness and patience towards yourself. Every loving thought you choose makes a difference. Every conscious, deep breath you take helps to calm your system. You are on a beautiful journey of learning to love and approve of yourself more fully. You are learning to trust the process of life. This journey of self-discovery and self-love is one of the most rewarding paths we can walk. Be kind to yourself as you learn and grow. Remember, you have the inherent power within you to create a more peaceful and joyful life. You have the ability to choose calm over chaos, love over fear, and peace over turmoil. Embrace these simple metaphysical ideas and allow them to become your trusted companions. Let them guide you towards a life that feels good to you. A happy, serene, and fulfilling life is not just a distant dream, it is your birthright. You can claim it now, one loving thought, one conscious breath at a time. You are truly wonderful, and you are capable of amazing things. You are capable of amazing things. In closing, talk this up in your inner circle of family and friends. Make social connections that work for you. Please do not forget to have daily meditation to begin and end your day. With a loving spirit, Dr. Denise Baker in Egbenebo, PhD, be well. Sharing is caring.